It's the final Champions League group stage game and we're again facing Barcelona, but there is no pressure. We've topped the group. Hello everybody and welcome back to the FM22 Sunderland Save with me, Cultured Left Foot, and it's a pleasure to have you with me. Right, we have been doing alright actually. Last episode, Man City we lost 2-0 and then beat Shakhtar the next 2-0. Lorenzo Luca playing his way back into contention in the team, where he stayed to score a goal again in the next game against Stoke City. 55th minute, he got the goal. Lovely, lovely stuff. 5-0 win. We followed that up with a 6-1 win against Portsmouth. Zhang Fang getting on the score sheet, and McLaughlin and Conor Gallagher, all from the 89th minute onwards. So Portsmouth just sort of fell apart from the 89th minute, obviously pushing for an equaliser or another goal. They were 3-1 down, so they were in a bit of bother. But yeah, you know, maybe pushing a bit too hard and we took advantage. We then beat our rivals Newcastle 1-0. Amin Gouiri getting the goal and Lokonga picking up an injury. We beat Tottenham 5-1. Tottenham are really, really struggling in FM, it seems, this year. Elanga on the score sheet, Gouiri, Mikel Moreno and Max Aarons on there as well, which is lovely. And PSV, we beat them 3-0. That secured us the top of the group stage position. That's terrible English. But yeah, 3-0. Oslador came on. The guy, Chimka. I said in the last episode, I might just rename him Chimka. And I'm going to rename him Chimka because, as I said, I played. Technically, we're not having any football because of COVID, but I play football with a guy called Chimka, so I'm just naturally going to want to call him that if his first name's Chimmer, and I can't pronounce his surname. So Chimka got his first goal for the senior team, and do you know what? He's very quickly, I was going to say slowly, but he's very quickly turning into one of those players who plays so much better than his attributes. Like, he's come in and he's played one in the league and he didn't have enough time to get a rating, but, you know, he's not been too bad. 3 games all in Europe, averaging a 7.5. Really not that bad at all. He's been playing pretty well. He's been getting some appearances here and there. But yeah, that game against PSV, as you can see, we brought in some more players that haven't had that much football. And another youngster, Ali Patterson, got his first goal for the senior team as well. So I like where this youth team is heading. I like the fact that we've got youth players who may not look brilliant, but when you put them into our system and the style of play that we're doing, they still perform really well. So maybe we don't need to go splashing the cash, although we'll probably get onto that a little bit later, especially in the next episode, because it's not too far away from the January transfer window. But yeah, it's good to see youngsters coming through, and we are giving them some opportunities, and they will get an opportunity today against Barcelona because we've already topped the group, so that's not a problem. Wolves will beat 4-1. Goals for both centre-backs in Harwood Bellis and Callum Doyle, one scoring from a corner, one scoring from a free kick. Dane Scarlett got a goal and Sergio Gomez scored a penalty. We beat Preston 2-1, which was a actually really toughly fought game against the team bottom of the table. But we eventually did get there, and Zhang Fang did miss a penalty late on in the game to try and get himself a goal, but unfortunately he missed. And we've just come off the back of a 0-0 draw with Leeds, which is really disappointing, to be honest. But it does leave the league looking like this. We sit currently in third, 33 points. Arsenal top it, 2 points ahead of us. Chelsea are equal on points with us, but have scored 2 more goals than us, so therefore sit 2 better goal difference. Man United are 3 points behind us. Southampton find themselves up near the top. Man City, Liverpool, West Ham, Newcastle, Tottenham, Everton, Wolves sort of breaks out the top sort of clubs, and then Preston really struggling on 3 points. Middlesbrough, Brighton down there as well. Brentford aren't really safe. Leeds and Stoke could easily be drawn into that little battle for relegation, as well as, yeah, it's interesting to look at the stats. Highest average rating, Haaland. Most goals, Haaland. 22 goals, and we're only 15 games into the season. Mangiares is up there for Southampton, and you're sort of going to feel like someone's going to pick him up, take him off Southampton. They paid 26.5 million for him. 13 in 13, so he's had a fantastic start to his Southampton career. But we do have Amin Gouiri up there on the most assists, and Sergio Gomez again showing why he's so crucial to our team, getting the most player of the match awards. And still, no one is willing to pay that release fee of £75 million, which I find absolutely bonkers when its value is 67 to 81. It's very, Very, very strange. But if we go and look at the squad, now we've been overloaded with central midfielders, so we're selling 2 of them. Pierre Højbjerg, you know that we are selling. We are getting a very good value, I think, for him of £22 million after not featuring too much this year. He is moving on to join Hertha Berlin, as you can see there on the 1st of January. But the next one coming up is Conor Gallagher, probably a surprise that we're selling him, but he's not really getting any game time. 4 appearances last season, 1 appearance this year, and that was very, very recently. He's got a value of 50 to 61. We were struggling to get anything there. He requested to go on the transfer list, and I thought, all right, we'll cash in. So he's joining Everton on the 2nd of January for an absolutely whopping £42 million, which, if we look at the finances, is going to go really far to getting us out of this sort of little bit of financial trouble we find ourselves in. Now, net debt has gone up and transfer debt is still hovering around the 64, but we're going to have 22 million from Højbjerg, 42 million from Conor Gallagher, which equates, if my maths is correct, to £64 million, which is basically clearing our transfer debt. Now, obviously, I'm more than likely going to go and buy another midfielder because we are getting rid of 2 and we do need to have quite a good rotation. We've got Camavinga, Mikel Moreno, Ezequiel Palacios is in there as well, and Sambi Lokonga, which is 4 for 2 spots, which is fine, but Camavinga has really bad fitness issues. He seems to really struggle to play 2 games in a week, and Mikel Moreno has sort of become an auxiliary centre-back when we need him. So I feel like losing 2 central midfielders, we'll probably go on the hunt to try and bring another one in. Hopefully, I can get that sorted so that he signs on the 1st or 2nd of January when these 2 guys leave, because I feel like that would be pretty beneficial. Then we don't have to spend the January trying to find and hunt for a central midfielder. We can try and get our business done early. But yeah, let me know. Let me know your thoughts about that. And obviously, we are losing a homegrown player in Conor Gallagher, so I may have to look to bring in another homegrown midfielder if there's one that we can get for good value, because we've got to keep it up. We've got to keep that homegrown nature up. We are in the Champions League, we are in Europe, and it does make it more difficult to register players if you don't fill that quota. So yeah, we'll have to keep how it's going. But something else before we get into the game, apologies that I'm sort of delaying the tactics of getting into the game, but Lorenzo Luca, like we spoke about him in the last episode, he is now getting more game time ahead of Zhang Fang purely because it allows us to mix up how we play a little bit more. As a target forward, he gives us an option, and he's doing, well, frankly, a very good job. Well, 1 goal in 6 in the league, but in all appearances, it's 4 in 6. So when he plays, he's doing really well. 3 goals in 2 appearances in the Champions League, and he does give us another option. Now, that's not to say I'm not going to sell him if we get a bid of around £40 million. I feel like that's a very good profit to take. Doubling our money, I think, would be pretty useful, but we'll have to see how he goes. I was very excited to bring him into the club. I've been very excited to use him. He's been absolutely brilliant, and he does tick a lot of the good boxes you want. Loves big matches. He's a consistent performer, performing well at this level, like training really well. His development's gone up. He's training hard. Like he does tick a lot of the boxes of players that I really want to keep around. So unless it's a very good offer, I don't think we're going to let him go. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one. But anyway, today we are facing Barcelona, so let's get into the tactical meeting and into the game. We're going to get rid of that 11 because I think there's going to be quite a few changes happening for this lineup. We've already won the group, so really nothing too much to worry about there. We will do that. Lokonga and Camavinga have a good partnership and play well together in central midfield. Well, Camavinga is not starting this game because up next is Chelsea, who obviously we are fighting for at the top, or fighting with at the top of the table. Bazunu will keep his place in goal. I've not got too much worries about that. Max Aarons will keep his place at right back because he's actually suspended for the next game, so we need to keep Ramsey fit and healthy to play against Chelsea. In the middle, we're going to go with Mark Gray and Fieldson. We're actually going to bring Henry Fieldson in and give him an opportunity to, perform on the big stage against Barcelona in the Champions League. Again, another youngster who's playing really well, given that his attributes actually aren't that good. He is performing, so the more game time we can get for him would be absolutely brilliant. On the left-hand side, we are going to bring in Chimka, the youngster. In terms of the Segundo Volante in this game, we're probably going to go with the Palacios and Moreno partnership, saving Camavinga and potentially Lokonga for the next game as well. I could give Højbjerg a sort of farewell game against Barcelona. Yeah, we'll do that actually. Let's give Højbjerg a game. He can come on defence Again, just to give those youngsters a bit of a support on that side, we'll put him on a defensive role. On the right-hand side, now annoyingly, I did want to play Elise, but I think we're going to go with Anthony Elanga on the right. In behind, we're going to go with Martelotte. Martelotte, sorry. On the left-hand side, we're going to go with Sean McLaughlin to allow him to build his fitness up after injury. And up front will be Lorenzo Luca. Zhang Fang goes on the bench. Amin Gouiri goes on the bench. We will put Camavinga on the bench, although hopefully we won't have to use him. Sergio Gomez, Calvin Ramsey, Robin Lenormand's back. Ooh, that opens up some options. He really has got a start, which means we can actually then play a little bit more on the front foot because we don't have to have these guys as defensive. We can have a ball player and a ball in the fielder on support, which I think we'll go with. I think we'll go with that. And then final sub, it will be James Trafford as the backup goalkeeper. And that, my friends, is how we're going to go and play Barcelona. So what are we? We're 10 minutes into the video already. And we haven't got to the game. So there may only be this one game. It depends on the amount of highlights that we're going to get against Barcelona. But they're lining up with Mavogo in goal, Maheli, Arejo, Christensen, Ben Sabiani at the back, Rodriguez, De Jong, Demir, Gabriel Jesus playing on probably the left, Pedri on the right, and Roberto Firmino playing up front, who will be playing as a false 9. So I don't really want to mark him too much. We've been on a good run. Go out there, impress me. I mean, it's Barcelona at home. If you can't get out for this one, after beating them away from home, there's a lot of troubles to have there. So as we get into the game, I just want to check that on opposition instructions, we are not, we're not tightly marking Firmino, but we are showing him onto his weaker foot. That's fine. So what we don't want to do is draw, I imagine, because Firmino generally always plays as a false 9, that's what he's going to be doing for this Barcelona team. So we don't really want to follow him out into these zones with a central defender. We want to sort of leave it to one of the holding midfielders to pick him up there. But 7 shots, 3 on target, 20 minutes in. We're playing pretty well. Let's just change our in transition so that the goalkeeper actually aims for Lorenzo Luca, and we'll give him some encouragement. Half an hour in, absolutely no highlights. I think the game wants me to show you Chelsea later on. Okay, Bazzuno does go long and does aim for Lorenzo Luca, who knocks it down, and it's cleared away. Lenormand keeps it alive into Højbjerg. Here is Chimka, which is much easier to say than that guy's actual surname. Chimka comes forward. He's beaten his man. He's still going, Chimka. Can he get a cross in? He does. Elanga's at the back post, and Ben Sabiani misses the header. Elanga back in. Luca off the underside of the bar. So unlucky for the big Italian. And this is what he offers you. He offers something different, and it's really good to have. Corner ball. McLaughlin's going to take it in the absence of Gomez. Luca's there, and he powers his header in. And this is, I was just saying it. I love it. I don't think I want to sell him. And if we do, what's a good value? Is double the value we paid. If you think Fiorentina paid 10, we doubled that to 20 to buy him. Are we saying 40 million is the cutoff, or are we saying he is, to quote MasterCard, priceless? Let me know in the comments down below. Barcelona haven't had a shot. They are paying their players too much money, and they haven't had a shot. I am delighted. Things are going well. No, I'm delighted. I'm going to say I am delighted. We're 1-0 up. Barcelona haven't had a shot. And I'm going to give him double the praise as soon as we come back out on the touchline. 1-0 up, and Højbjerg is on the ball. Lenormand, who's had real trouble with injuries this year, actually. Mark Guay, who's got interest in him from Liverpool. Elanga's in, though. Elanga shoots, good save from Mavogo in goal. So, yeah, Mark Guay had a £37 million bid from Shakhtar Donetsk, which I turned down. And as soon as I turned it down, Liverpool became interested. So I think Liverpool may make a bid for him in the January transfer window, and we're going to try and get as much money as we can out of them so that we can then bring in a replacement. As now Gabriel Jesus has moved up front for Barcelona, and Firmino's come out to the wing, but it doesn't seem to be affecting us as Luca's in, and he's gone a bit too wide. Now, can he produce a cross for someone else to head in? No, he can't. Højbjerg has a shot from the edge of the area. Max Aarons picks this one up, goes down the right-hand side, tries to get it to Palacios and does. Palacios dinks it in. McLaughlin can't bring it down. Chimka's going to keep it alive, and Chimka comes forward with it into Højbjerg. Højbjerg whips in across Elanga at the back post, and I think he's onside. That is one hell of a ball from Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, and Anthony Elanga totally free at the back post, heads it home, and we'll see it again here. Chimka involved again on this left-hand side, playing really, really well. Højbjerg just keeps it on, knocks it deep to the back post, and Elanga's there to head it home and make it 2-0, which is, well, absolutely brilliant. Barcelona have already qualified as well, so these are we're the two teams that have qualified. Nothing to play for in this game, But Martelotti puts it in. Luca with a header. He's hit the post. Oh, my word. Barcelona cannot handle balls into the box. They really can't. So with 15 minutes to go, we have made a sub and brought on Fieldson as Mark Gray's there for a header over the bar. We've brought on Fieldson for Lenormand. Obviously, Lenormand coming back from injury, struggling a bit with fitness. And Fieldson as a youngster, I mean, coming on 2-0 up against Barcelona is much better than starting against Barcelona. And yeah, he's come on just to secure us at the back a little bit. Therefore, we've dropped him back to a normal central defender and dropped Højbjerg back as a ball-winning midfielder on defenders. De Jong is tackled well. It falls to Ilias, though, who's in, and Bazunu just casually catches it when the shot was right in front of him. Unbelievable. As we go into injury time, they've changed to a 3 at the back formation. It hasn't helped them. We get a cracking win to top the group, unbeaten in the Champions League, as comprehensive as you'll see. What are our chances in the Champions League here? We've just beaten Barcelona home and away. We do have Chelsea coming up, so we're going to rest people just in case, as Palacios is going to be suspended for the next round. We will just rest everyone just in case we need them against Chelsea. We shouldn't do. The only one really is Bazunu, I think. I think everyone else can be fully rotated. Because we'll go with Dane Scarlett. Even though Luca is playing well, he probably does need a little bit of a rest. But yes, there we go. Look at that. Qualified number 1, 6 games played, 5 wins, 1 draw, 16 points is absolutely incredible. Let's just have a quick flick through at the other groups. And so Chelsea have gone through one. We couldn't play them anyway. So we could have Porto. We could have Dortmund. We could have Juventus, Inter Milan, Bayern Munich. Oh my word. We can't play Man United. Benfica, isn't it? Benfica or Porto are the standout ones that you want. Maybe Inter Milan. Everybody else is absolutely brilliant. This could be tough. So here we are then back on game day against Chelsea. As I said, equal points. So this is a very crucial battle at the top of the table, this one. Man United are facing off against West Ham, and Arsenal aren't playing until tomorrow, I think. I can't remember who they've got. I did have a look before. Leeds. Yeah, they've got Leeds the day after us on the Sunday. So hopefully we can pick up a win, and then Leeds can do us a favour, and that would put us joint top of the table. Now, Mark Gray, we're talking about the transfer interest in him, has very suspiciously got a cold just before the January transfer window. So is he trying to give us a hint and let us know that he's not going to be around, that he's going to try and angle for a move to Liverpool, which, you know, obviously he's in his right to do. He's in his right to come and ask, but we'll have to go and wait and see. Oh, we had our youth preview. I'll show it to you. It's absolutely hilarious. Youth intake preview. None. I mean, have you ever seen such a bad intake? That is woeful. Absolutely woeful. But anyway, let's get back to the tactics then. Bazunu in goal. Right back, as we said, Max Aarons is suspended, so it will be Calvin Ramsey coming in at right back, a very adequate backup. We'll go with Harwood Bellis and Callum Doyle at the back in our standard sort of back. It's going to be a standard back four other than Ramsey, really, because Sergio Gomez is always interested again. Inter and Juventus. Oh, and Camavinga still has Chelsea, so could be some big moves happening in the summer. Who knows? Camavinga is going to come in, and we will play Mikel Moreno next to him in there. On the right-hand side, now it is, again, an out-and-out, like a proper right winger might be quite useful. Proper right winger, inverted winger, two-footed would be very useful on that side. We're actually going to go back to the advanced forward role for this one, although Doyle can become a ball-playing defender again in this system with the technical players we've got now. We've got enough cover there if needs be. So on the right, we're going to start with McLaughlin. He has been pretty good. McAllister and Guerri are going to play in behind Dane Scarlett. Luca on the bench, as he's in good form. We'll go with Martelotti, Zhang Fang as well. Alanga can go on there. Palacios. It would normally be Mark Guay, but not this one. Lenormand, Trafford. We will put Chimka on there as a bit of cover for fullback. And we'll go with Elise as well, because he brings a different option on the right-hand side. So there's the lineup that we're going to take into this game against Chelsea, which we are actually on the wrong day for. So I apologise. Although it's probably the right day. There's probably just an earlier kickoff happening, which I think is the Man United West Ham game. So, what's this? What? Kickoff time for Sunderland Burnley has been brought forward for money. Okay, money? I mean TV rights. Sorry. I mean, they're each in the same, aren't they? Man United have beaten West Ham 4-2, which is a little bit irritating because they're now joint on points with us and Chelsea, although be it with a much worse goal difference. Southampton are really ploughing on this season. Wow, Crystal Palace beat Man City. Man City are really struggling. Oh, when we beat Newcastle 1-0, they then sacked Diego Simeone as their manager. So I think that could be the second or third manager that they've sacked since we have been... every time we've beaten them, they've then gone and sacked a manager, I think, pretty much. Right, we know the team is good to go. Everyone's fit. Everyone's healthy. Camavinga comes back in, which we are very excited about because he does just make us tick. But I do think a bit of 101 to 105 million pounds, I'd probably sell him because that is stupid money for someone that we can probably quite easily replace in this. I say easily replace. We can't easily replace him, but we could definitely replace him and bring in different options to help us go in there. Although that would then be selling 3 central midfielders in the January, which could be seen as a bit extreme. But we'll have to go and have a look. Right, there's our team. Chelsea are going to line up in a 4-2-3-1, I imagine. Yeah, there it is. Kante and Basuma, Havertz, Kulusevski, Pulisic and Lukaku, Chilwell, Badiashile, De Ligt, Justin. And I didn't see who the goalkeeper was, but we've had an indifferent sort of history with Chelsea. We've sometimes beaten them easily. We've sometimes lost to them heavily. We've sometimes drawn. But I guess that is football. Right, why are you not on Sunderland stuff again? Bazzuno lobs it out to Gomez. Love to see it, because that is following the instructions to a T in this formation. Guerri's robbed by Justin, though. De Ligt into Justin again. Over the top into Lukaku. He's run off the back of Harwood Bellis, and that is a woeful finish from Romelu Lukaku. Absolutely terrible. We've got a free kick. McAllister plays it in quickly. Kulusevski's going to head it away. And Pulisic is tackled very well by Amin Guerri. Gomez comes forward on the left-hand side. Obviously, we're not swinging too many crosses in with this formation, as Guerri does put one in the box. And there's Camavinga. What a save from Berber in goal. Oh, I always forget his name, but yeah, it's Berber, isn't it? That's who they've got in goal. And he's just pulled off a fantastic save there to keep it at 0-0 from a Camavinga header. And it's very even, 20 minutes in. Half an hour gone. Nothing really of note to talk about. We have a throw in now. Ramsey into Camavinga to McAllister, into McLaughlin, back to Ramsey again. He's going to try and drive to the byline with Chilwell for company. McLaughlin takes over, swings across in. Header, Guerri! Come on, off the inside of the post. A lovely header. I don't know why he gets so many headers, but he plays so well getting on the end of those sorts of crosses. As I said before, we're not using the crossing system in this one. We're just playing good football. As McLaughlin took over here, right-footed outside of the foot cross, and Guerri heads it in off the inside of that post into the side netting. And yeah, Berber had no chance in goal. 1-0 up. What a start this is. 35 minutes in. Can we make it 2? Ramsey, Camavinga, lays it back. McAllister on the edge. He gets into the box. Good block. Merino! Oh my word. What a hit from Mikel Merino from the edge of the box. Flies past the post. It's all Sunderland at the moment. McAllister. Doyle with the header. It's in off the underside of the bar. Callum Doyle, the club captain, makes it 2. And he celebrates in front of that pocket of Sunderland. I say pocket of Sunderland fans. We're at home. He celebrates in front of the Sunderland fans. McAllister with a great delivery in. Callum Doyle out jumped whoever that is. Kai Havertz, I think, is marking him at the front post, which is always going to be terrible. But 2-0 up as we go towards half-time. What a performance we're having here against a league rival in Chelsea. 2-0 up. It was pretty even until we got that first goal, and then we've just sort of dominated going here. I think I've got to say I'm pretty happy. I'm very happy. Keep it going. And then I think we'll just go with a little bit of an assertive point just to say, you know, we've got to keep this up and keep working hard. And we obviously, what we could do is bring on Lorenzo Luca and have that option as just, right, we've got a 2-0 lead. We're happy just to keep putting balls into the box and see if this will work, because we know that can cause trouble late on in the game. As Doyle takes his one short to Merino. Guerri puts a lovely ball through to Camavinga. Camavinga's in! Oh, he tried the curler and he's put it past the post. So unlucky for Eduardo Camavinga. As Justin heads that away, it's going to just fall to Harwood Bellis to collect this one. Into McAllister. McAllister out to Ramsey. And Chelsea don't know what to do with this at the moment. Ramsey, ball in. And, oh, you've got to feel that's where Luca would be much better than Dane Scarlett. And I feel like we may bring him on for the last sort of 20-ish minutes. Gomez with a free kick. And he goes, Dane Scarlett scored! But I think it's going to be disallowed. The referee's having a check of something here. Doyle might have been offside is the call. As Gomez puts this one in. Scarlett's headed it there. I don't know where Doyle might be given offside. He didn't look it. We're going to see it now. He's onside, I think. I'm pretty sure he's been given us on. And Dane Scarlett has made it 3-0, and he has. I'm not going to lie, that VAR was quite exciting because I had no idea what was given. But it was given. It's 3-0. And, Dane Scarlett can stay on the pitch now, can't he? Because he scored. Ramsey. Scarlett again off the underside of the bar. Kante very casually back to Berber in front of his own goal line as Moreno keeps it alive. He's robbed by Suarez. And Pulisic will take over. But we are playing unbelievably well right now. McAllister and Harwood-Bellis over the bar. And to be fair, Harwood-Bellis hasn't had the best of games. So our first sub will be at 3-0 up to change one of the centre-backs. I mean, why not, hey? Why not? Lenormand, coming back from that big injury, is going to get a run out in this game with 15 minutes to go. 3-0 up. Lovely stuff. So into the final 5 minutes of the game, Dane Scarlett's going to be replaced by Zhang Fang just to get some run in his legs. And we're going to do Cloughlin for Martelotte, and just put McAllister out onto the right-hand side there. We could have potentially brought Chimka on, but I feel like taking Gomez off is a bit of a risk. With 3 minutes of injury time to go, we have wrapped up this game 3-0 and a clean sheet against the league rival who had nothing in the second half. Absolutely nothing. We've come out. Calvin Ramsey, Max Aarons, mate, you need to watch out. Calvin Ramsey is on fire when he comes into this team at the moment. I'm very, very happy with that. I probably could have been a bit more jovialistic in the lineup. But at the moment, we go top of the league because Arsenal play tomorrow. So let's just see if we can get through to that day and see how Arsenal get on, as Liverpool won as well. We do go top. Nogesman backs officials. Gomez has a bit of a fitness issue. Key passes 4 for Calvin Ramsey. He's done very, very well. In fact, he doesn't play very often. And when he does, he plays really well. So let's give him some praise. 8 games in a row without losing is absolutely beautiful. And teams do fear coming to the Stadium of Light now. They really do. Right, let's see how Arsenal are going to get on. So Crystal Palace is the highlight of the weekend, beating Man City 1-0. And can we see, have Arsenal played yet? No, not yet. It's a bit tense, isn't it? It's tense waiting to see if Arsenal have played. As we go into, I think Lee Fraser's joining us as a scout. I think, come on, Arsenal, lose. Come on, Arsenal, lose. That doesn't make sense. Leeds they're playing, isn't it? Come on. Oh, they won 2-1. God damn it. Unlucky. Marcus Edwards once of Sunderland, very briefly. We signed him on a free, sold him for 12 million. Burnley then sold him for 16, and he's sort of regressed back into the days of when he was playing for us, to be honest. But Tottenham with a good win, and Arsenal winning 2-1. So we do still sit second in the table, 2 points off Arsenal, but 3 points ahead of Chelsea, which is lovely, lovely to see. Right. We have got an absolutely mental run into the start of January. We are playing Man United on Boxing Day, Liverpool 2 days after that, and then Arsenal on the 2nd of January. We'll be back for that game, which could be a table-topping clash against Arsenal, with, hopefully, as I said earlier, our January transfer business done in replacing Højbjerg and Conor Gallagher. But we'll have to wait and see. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you're enjoying the series still. Leave me a like down below. Get a comment in there. It helps the YouTube algorithm for more people to find it. Go and check out the second channel with the Let's Play stuff where all the other games are happening. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I'm out. Cheers.